Yo, what is going on, guys? So this is actually going to be quite short of a video, but I kind of wanted to upload this for any Devastation main that I would say is having a little less motivation than usual, seeing as how that nobody essentially wants to actually play with Devastation Evokers, or at least most people, because, augmentation exists and you're pretty much having to do your own keys. But the thing that I have decided to do is I'm going to well, so I actually completely forgot to say this during my channel intro, but I am going to be posting raid content and pluses specifically of Devastation. I did say that I was going to do all three specs, and I still will follow that. But for this season specifically, I am wanting to improve on myself when it comes to Devastation, because this has been my main spec for the entirety of Dragonflight so far, but I still feel like I have quite a lot to learn. And especially this season, how everyone's pretty much only wanting augmentation. I think it'll be a good thing to do. And, as I said before, with the fact that nobody's really wanting a Devastation Evoker, like, primarily an M+, simply because our tier set kind of sucks for that kind of environment. We can probably use a little motivation, and there's two things that I will be trying to do this season. I am still kind of testing it, but seeing as how there are a lot of specs that do a lot of single target now, so Rogue, DH, classes like those, they're being played quite a lot, like Havoc and I think Outlaw and Sub. I don't remember exactly what spec was actually really good right now. I'm assuming all of them are though. But one of the things that I have always tried to do, it was I mainly did this in Season 2, but I would try to preemptively hold my Dragonrage right before bosses, or at least try to have my Dragonrage come up during a boss fight. But seeing as how we're losing our Season 2 tier set, which is really good AoE, I am thinking that it's probably better to just send our Dragonrage on pull, like literally right when it comes off of cooldown. I know it might be bad to use it even right before a boss pull, but in order to actually keep up with the amount of AoE damage that others are doing, and just to make sure that we're playing our part in doing a lot of AoE ourselves, I think it might be better to do it. I'm not entirely sure. This could easily well change in the future to the point where, we either get buffed to AoE or, just something happens to where people just suddenly want Devastations again. I'm actually going to keep my 2-set bonus for Season 2. Like, I'll just have it in my bank just in case people decide, oh hey, this actually might be good to use, at least AoE-wise. Because it still does a lot of damage as a 2-set. Like, I mean, I'm not really doing the highest of keys right now, but my 2-set bonus alone is doing like 15 to 20 million damage per dungeon, which that's quite a lot for a 2-set bonus, and just a tier set bonus in general. But I'm keeping that. I'm pretty much Dragon Raging off of cooldown, no matter, even if we're coming up on a boss, sure, I might save it if it's like a really DPS checky boss, but in general, I'm pretty much sending it right off of cooldown. That way we can at least play our part in doing a lot of AoE. Seeing as how we're essentially getting no help from our tier set whatsoever beside like outside of Dragon Rage. So it's pretty much us needing all the help we can get for that. And then I know I kind of rambled on there, but another thing that I am also going to try to do, and I suggest a lot of people who are manning Devastation, I don't know if a lot of Devastation Evoker players will actually see this, but seeing as how a lot of people are primarily only wanting augmentation, I would suggest stop going for other keys and specifically just run your own, because you're the party leader, you pretty much decide who you want in your group. And of course, you can get an augmentation along with you, so you're still able to play like Dev, and that's what I'm going to do. Because I find way more enjoyment in playing Devastation than Aug, and like especially like Satisfaction and stuff. Because, Aug was fun to play for maybe the first like month or so, but I wouldn't say it's boring, but I feel like it's kind of making a lot of people boosted, so to speak. Like, obviously, there's a lot of skill and depth involved with augmentation, but I feel as though that you will still become a better player overall if you play Dev more. And that's what this is going to pretty much be about. But as I said at the beginning of the video, I kind of completely forgot to say like what kind of content I'm going to be making. Like, not just besides like just doing like random Evoker specs, but it's essentially me going to be running raid content and plus content and like whatever else there is to do. Pretty much up to you guys. But yeah, I know I rambled on in this video a lot, but take this as a bit of motivation that we're going to make it and literally just run your own keys because you decide who's in your group, not others. So yeah, and one more thing, have a happy birthday.